India is overpopulated with 135 crore population, but still the same population can be converted to strength. The one simple way that people might have taught you is that you need to work hard to earn money. Today, India is in that position where we have become an example for 195 countries across the world. Every single opportunity that has been presented to you, please take it. Good morning and welcome to the Bridge course in economics. Now, what is really wonderful about this is that we are going to get introduced to a very wonderful subject, in fact, the most exciting and the happening subject in the world, known as economics. So let me just take you through this session to introduce you to the world of economics, how economy really governs over us, and why it is important for us in terms of studying this great subject known as economics. Thus, moving further, what is economics? Many people ask me this question: is economics all about numbers? Is economics all about theory? Is economics all about the news, or is economics all about government and politics? The answer to this is quite complicated, but let me make it simplified for you. The answer to economics is that it's all about the study of needs and wants. So before I start getting into it, let me just explain you what is this all about. It's all about the study of needs and wants. Each individual in this world have their own needs and want. Each one of us are born out of expectations. When we are born in this world, we have certain feelings. We want a house, we want some food, we want some clothing, we need a place to stay, we need to go here, we need to earn money. We have so much of desires inside us. Each of this desire has to be satisfied, and then only man becomes complete in sense of his existence. So the question of existence, the question of understanding whether you are able to satisfy your needs or want is all about economics. So you are going to study about those basic needs, the food, shelter and clothing, and of course the numerous wants that you have in your mind. Economics is not about those complicated numbers. Economics is not about those complicated graphs, or it is never about the never-ending numerical figures that flash across the pages of newspaper or your TV channels. Economics is a very, very simple subject that will talk about you and me. It's all about the common man. Now, the study of resources. Economics is definitely about the study of resources. What is so great about this word resources? Why do people talk about resources again and again? Look into a country like India. You're filled with resources. Starting from the Himalayas to the last part of India, to the southernmost tip of Kanyakumari, India is filled with resources. Somewhere you have mountains, somewhere you have desert, somewhere you're filled with water bodies, somewhere you're filled with greenery, somewhere else you are just filled with agricultural land. But then India is a source, is a destination of diversity. It is filled with natural resources. It is filled with land, labor and capital. So in economics, we are very, very interested to know about the resources. We are interested to know about people. We are interested to know about the potentiality of this people. How can we make use of this land, labor, and capital so that we can develop the nation? Study of each and every resource. It might be about the youngest of the young or about the oldest of the oldest people living in our country. They are all resources. They are all potential value that has been created for a nation to come up. So in economics, we believe that at some point of time, each one of us contribute for the development of the nation. Though we might say that India is overpopulated with 135 crore population, but still the same population can be converted to strength. So definitely resources are a very, very big boon bestowed upon us in terms of improving the governance, improving the economy of the nation. So definitely in economics, we are going to study about the resources. It might be about land, it might be about rivers, it might be about the geographical conditions, it might be about the minerals, or it might be about the production capacity of the nation. We are concerned with each and every moment in economics that is going to define our country to the next level. Last, we are going to study about the nation's growth. What is really interesting about this word is that everybody likes that word called as growth. Growth in a positive manner, growth in a progressive manner. Right from the childhood, we have always been very, very fantasized about by the thought, how fast are we growing? So we used to take a scale and a pencil and we used to mark our height. As the time kept on moving up, you also started growing up, physically, mentally, morally. Similarly, for a nation, right from our independence from 1947 till today, 2021, there has been a remarkable journey. The last 75 years odd journey of our country is something really remarkable. We have made rapid strides in terms of development, be it in agriculture, be it in manufacturing, services, chemical, banking, financial services, defense, railways, you name any sector in India, we have made a definitive growth statement altogether. Today, India is in that position where we have become an example for 195 countries across the world. We are no more a developing nation, but we are a developing icon of growth. We are a developing example for every other country to follow us. We are the status, we are the growth symbol in this world. We are getting ourselves to that level where our economy is going to become the benchmark for any other nations in this world to follow. But how did this happen? This happened because we understood, we studied economics. We started understanding at some point of time that how to make our country more economically liberal, how to make our country more economically advanced, how to involve technology, how to involve the various aspects of imports and exports. And all those words, all those factors started making us move towards a positive stance. And that's where we are today. Growth of a nation, something that is uncomparable at all. So this is where we are as a country, as a nation. Today, we as India stands as the forerunners of the economic world. Followed by the needs and wants. I'm going to talk about this word one more time. Why? Because these are the essential factors of our life. We are not going to go back on this. Needs are something that is essential. If I'm just going to talk about three important needs in this world, they are going to be your food, shelter, and clothing. These are something which is essential to us. You cannot live without it. Every day when you wake up in the morning, you need some food. Every day when you want to go to your college, to your school, to your office, you need some clothes to wear. Every day when you come back from that office or from college, you go back to your home, you need some shelter to stay. Food, shelter, and clothing. That is the dream for the 135 crore people in this country, in any part of the world. Fortunately or unfortunately, we have always been working hard towards making everybody's need satisfied. I do not know about the wants. Because want is something which we cannot be realized in an instance. Want is something that is indefinitive in nature. There are so much of wants, there are so many kinds of wants. But needs are definitive. Needs are three primary aspects: food, shelter, and clothing. And that's all is about the economics all about. If you understand these three words, food, shelter, and clothing. You have understood economics. You have understood the basic needs of the people. You will be able to develop the economy of the nation. Now, let me move further from that word to wants. Wants are one which are desirable. Let's look at the word desirable. We are all built out of desires and expectations. We are all people, whenever we walk on the road, we talk to people, we interact with people, we go somewhere, we talk about our wants. We are never satisfied. We are never happy with one house. We are never happy with one car. We are never happy with one kind of food. We want more. That's exactly where want starts coming into us. Our wants are something which are incomparable in nature. So economics tries to make you understand how wants will actually change the landscape of this country. Wants are something that cannot be satisfied overnight. Wants are something that cannot be finished for the 135 crore people of this country. But wants are something which will continue to grow like an endless list in our country. But unfortunately, we live with the wants. We see that as far as possible, the wants will continue. The wants will keep on going up, and the wants will one fine morning get satisfied. So that's why the concept of economics is all about the governance of needs and wants. Moving further, wealth creation. I'm very sure that all of us love this word called as money. There is not a single soul who would go back and say that, sir, I don't want money. Everybody says, I want money, including me. So now, money becomes a very, very interesting topic. Why? Because how to make money is the million-dollar question. What will you do with that money? There are 100 ways, 100 solutions for that. In fact, infinite, I would like to say. But how to make that money? How can I also become rich like Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos or like any other millionaire of this world? How can I also own a fashionable car like the Tesla? How can I also go in the space? The answer to all these questions is money. Unfortunately, money is the biggest disputed resource in this world. Money does not come to everybody. We go behind money. We keep asking people, can somebody help me to get money? But then the answer to that is quite simple. We say that money cannot be realized in one instance. Money has to come. It has to be developed. It has to be created in many ways. The one simple way that people might have taught you is that you need to work hard to earn money, which everybody does. Everybody puts in their own effort to earn money. It might be through teaching, it might be by becoming a doctor, by becoming a lawyer, by becoming an engineer, by becoming an architect or an auditor. All of them work in their own ways and means to earn money. But is that money satisfactory? Is that money enough for us? The answer is no. So what happens here is that the need to create money starts making you grow higher and higher. You start pushing up the limits so that you are able to create more money. Now, the second fact, you work on opportunities. Today, when you open up the internet and you start typing work from home, online remote jobs, you get a whole lot of page that talks about how we can earn money sitting at home. How we can start earning money by trading or by doing some data entry jobs or by doing some design jobs or by writing something. There are n number of ways to earn money. What man is interested on the factor of money is that how much opportunities will he get to make that money? And every opportunity will tell you about money. Fortunately or unfortunately, we never know whether all these factors will convert into some monetary value, into some concept of money. But then we would like to work on opportunities. So India as a country right now, economically speaking, we are throwing opportunities at people. We are opening up every single sector of this economy and we are inviting people to be a part of this great journey. where you will also be in a position to earn money. We are making India not just an educated country, but we are making India an excellent, a resourceful, a skillful country. There was a time in India when we were proud about the factor that India is becoming literally higher in terms of the literacy rate. We were trying to make every children go to the school, learn, make them study, get them a degree. But today India has turned. India has changed that face. With the new education policy coming into picture, we are no more worried about getting degrees. We are more worried about making you skillful, making you knowledgeable, making you intellectual, where you will be able to drive the nation tomorrow. So we are working on opportunities. Every single opportunity that is being presented to you, please take it. Because you never know how that opportunity can convert your lifestyle, can convert your image, can make you something bigger than what you dreamt of. So that's why we say wealth creation is one big activity which works on opportunities, followed by creation of an economic system. As a part of economy and economics, two things that we need to understand. One side is a very big theory called as economics, which talks about needs, wants, desires, land, labor, cost, production, so many other factors. The other side is a very, very important thing, is called as the economic system. What kind of system do we have in our country? What kind of governance do we have in our country? What kind of government policies are being enacted on us? So we need to create an economic system that will be able to help the people to run a better life. So that's why when I say creation of economic system, we are actually trying to build a better governance model, a better system through which everybody will be able to get some opportunity. Everybody will become a part of the mainstream activity. Everybody will get a job. Our employment rate will go up. And at some point of time, India can be proud about its GDP growth, followed by the governance of a nation. Till now, let's say about the year 2014-15, we were very, very interested about the word called as government. Now, I am changing that word to governance. Please understand this word very clearly, government versus governance. Now, why am I coming to this word governance? Economics forms the base of governance. There was a time in India where we were very much interested about the political leaders, the parties, and who comes to power. But today, we have come to a position where we want to rule the country with a governance model. We want a system that can make the country more efficient. We don't want to have a system where you have multiple leaders who make empty promises. We have come here with a proof, with a system that can give you definitive returns. So for that, we need governance. We need efficient practices rather than political leaders or parties. So anybody who comes to the power tomorrow has to understand this factor that we are forming a governance model and not just a government. So economics is going to make you understand the governance. Economics is going to drive people by saying that what exactly people are looking for. What is the need of the hour? How do we need to develop that economic system? How do we need to go further in terms of building up an opportunity? How do we need to make our youth even more resourceful? There was a time in India where we feared of getting a medal. I still remember in the year 2000 when there was a single bronze medal in weightlifting, and there was a statement that was written in the newspaper, a bronze for 1 billion people. But today in Tokyo Olympics, India has got more than 7 medals. India has also got a gold medal. India has also got a silver medal. India has got a bronze medal. And in the Tokyo Paralympics where we are going in, we have got multiple medals. India is not afraid of anything anymore. We are not worried at all. We are creating a system by efficient practice. We are not dependent on people just like that. We are dependent on a system that can give people the best return. So that's where economics is coming into picture, which is helping the country to develop stage by stage. It provides a meaning and value for all the activities that we are doing today. Every single step taken by our country has to have some meaning, has to have some objective. Why are we promoting sports in India? Not just because we want medals in the Olympics. We are promoting it because we want the talent to be recognized. We want the talent to be enriched. So that's where we are doing a meaningful activity. Medals, results, and rewards are just the by-process. It will happen. But then, before going to that stage, have you understood the talent and given a chance to promote it? So we want to add value to each and every step that we do. And that's what is all about, providing value to every activity. Starting up with the essence of trade and business. Nowadays, India is just opening up the market in terms of trade and business. So we are becoming a global hub in terms of trade and business. And that's also possible because the economy has grown. So we have become an export-oriented country rather than just an import-oriented country. So you will be studying all these factors in the first PUC economics about how India has made a step in each and every sector as far as possible. Moving further, I'm going to just stop with these two words for you, which is very, very important, called as the developed versus developing. Now, when I say that word develop, that means that you have completely attained a sustainable environment. Now, I'm going to talk about developing, which is for India, which means to say that we still depend upon the resource allocation. We are still on that challenge to get that final tag called as developed or self-sustainable nation. And finally, on the comparative study of nation, India is no more on comparison, but India has become a benchmark or an example. Why these factors are important for you as you study economics is that the very idea of Atmanirbhar plan, which is being followed in India today, is an example of making yourself move from the developing status to the developed status. We want to become self-sufficient, we want to become self-reliable, and we want to become self-sustainable. We are just on that journey. The destination is very near. So in the coming years, the next generation, people, youngsters like you, would be the forerunners of Atmanirbhar plan in India. With this, I come to the end of my session. I hope and believe that all the information shared through this session will be of a great help and resource to you. In the upcoming sessions, we shall try to understand more about economics. But until then, stay tuned, stay blessed, and stay enlightened forever. Thank you once again for joining me today on this wonderful session.